Monica Aldama. Everyone could use someone like you in their life.
But if they're not coachable or they're not a good teammate, then they cause problems, and it's just not worth it.
You push your cheer team to the limit, and you expect nothing short of perfection. That's probably why the Navarro cheer team has won the NCA College Nationals a whopping 13 times. You're quick to kick athletes off the team when they disrespect your rules, but it's nothing personal. You just want what's best for your team, not the individual. You might come off as cutthroat to those who don't know you, but your cheerleaders love and respect you, and that's all that matters. Winning the NCA College Nationals in Daytona is the epitome of success for a cheerleader, but to win the title, you first need to make it to the mat. And let's just say that making it to the competition and actually competing are two very different things. Keep watching to find out which rule prevents half the squad from performing the routine in front of the judges.
How are we going to set ourselves apart? That's why we put so much preparation into what we do.
Those of you who have watched Greg Whiteley's reality TV show Last Chance U already know that an athlete's career can be ruined in the blink of an eye. Contact sports are dangerous, and since football players constantly tackle each other, injuries can ensue. Well, Greg Whiteley is back, and this time he's created Cheer, a 6-episode docuseries that highlights the dangers of competitive cheerleading. Although cheerleaders aren't tackling each other down while in heavy gear, they do perform jumps that can end in disaster. When cheerleaders are catapulted into the air, they place their trust and well-being in the hands of their teammates. Failing to catch your fellow teammate after you send them soaring in the air is a huge mistake that can result in severe injury. So for this reason, cheerleaders are punished whenever they drop someone. Monica Aldama has a very simple rule to keep her kids in check. If you drop a girl, drop and give me 50 push-ups.
Whoever thought of chucking someone into the air and see how many times they can flip, that person is psychotic.
When you're in the public eye, image is everything. What you post online can get you into trouble, and so can posting about your religious views and political opinions. Receiving a cheer scholarship at Navarro College isn't an easy thing to accomplish. These selected were chosen because they were the best, and they have loads of potential. But in truth, it doesn't matter how amazing a Navarro College cheerleader is, because if they can't uphold a wholesome image online, Monica Aldama will have to send them packing. While posting pictures of yourself in a bikini won't land you in hot waters with the school, posting pictures of yourself sipping margaritas by the pool sure will. The rules are pretty simple. Don't feed into the party culture, promote your team at all costs, and don't upload videos of you smoking or vaping. Professional cheerleaders have to keep their social media accounts under wrap. Talking badly about a teammate or coach on YouTube or Snapchat can get you kicked off the team too, and so can posting about that funny party last night, only to show up to practice tired and nauseous.
You are a freaking Navarro cheerleader. It's definitely a privilege.
You would think that cheerleaders would be instructed to tie their hair back in a high ponytail. After all, having your hair in a ponytail can stop it from flying into your face while performing jumps. But that's not what cheer hair is all about. While about 90% of the sport revolves around athletics, the other 10% orbits around looking the part. Cheerleaders who show up to games with inadequate hair will be sent home immediately. Sure, they can fix their hair backstage, but that's not the point. The point is that professional cheerleaders should always come prepared, and there's only one hairstyle that goes with the Navarro College uniform. This hairstyle consists of tying the top half of one's hair back with a bow and letting the bottom half cascade down your back. In other words, female cheerleaders are instructed to fashion their hair in a half-up, half-down style. Oh, and don't forget about the bow. The color of the bow changes from competition to competition, and the girls on the squad have to match with their teammates, or else.
We can, we will, we must, we can, we will, we must.
Monica Aldama has served as the head coach of Navarro College's cheer team for over 2 decades. Over the years, she garnered tons of experience, which has helped her coach the team to perfection. Monica has a deep love for every student on her team, which is why she's extra hard on them. She knows that at any moment, a mistake can happen that ruins their cheer career for good, and she won't let that happen. Monica has a saying that is so crisp. It was used in Netflix's official trailer, and it also happens to be a rule that she swears by. You keep going until you get it right. Then you keep going until you get it wrong. This statement shines a light on why the Navarro team has managed to bring home so many titles. Monica's coaching method does not leave room for mistakes. She wants her kids to feel as confident performing a basket toss or a pop-up tuck as they are speaking their native tongue.
I have lots of anxiety, and I don't want them to see how nervous I really am.
Do you love finding out about the ins and outs of cheerleading? Then subscribe to The Things for more videos like this one, and be sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. We post daily videos about your favorite shows on Netflix and Disney+. If you're watching on your phone or tablet, go into your YouTube settings and switch on notifications. This way, you'll be the first to know when we post a new video. Now let's get back to the competitive world of cheerleading. Keep watching to find out which rule can turn your teammates into your worst enemies. It's easy to forget that the Navarro cheer team attends classes at the college. This is especially true since the team spends nearly every waking moment thinking about cheerleading or practicing their routines. According to Whiteley, the cheer team practices about 3 to 4 times longer than the football team. This can make keeping your GPA where it needs to be that much more challenging. But that's a rule the team can't ignore. Since many of them are attending college on a scholarship, letting their grades slip just isn't an option. Failing classes and exams can get you kicked off the team in the blink of an eye, no matter how talented you are at cheerleading. After all, you need to attend Navarro College to earn a spot on the cheer team. Some cheer lovers have admitted to taking a few classes at the college so that they can continue cheering under Monica Aldama's watchful eye. That's just how amazing she is.
Today it's about you stepping it up, okay? This team is it. You don't need anything or anybody else.
While a cheerleader's behavior and their skill set are two very different things, these worlds collide when you're a part of the Navarro College cheer team. While being respectful online is of the utmost importance, the same goes for how people comport themselves in public. Today, anyone can whip out their phone and videotape you, and they can upload the video online. And unfortunately for athletes, this can put a stop to their career. The cheerleaders at Navarro College know this all too well, which is why Monica instructs them to act like a saint in public. Screaming matches, fights, and poor behavior can cost them their spot on the team, and so can being inebriated in public. It's a cheerleader's job to maintain the team's good stature. Tons of professionals have lost their jobs after a video of them acting out in public surfaced on the internet, and the same goes for cheerleaders.
Lifting each other up, and that's our job. That's why cheerleaders were invented.
Cheerleaders are no different than the rest of us. They face daily hardships that make getting out of bed in the morning a hard thing to do. Some come from baffling backgrounds that can make it challenging to put a smile on their face, but that's a rule they can't ignore. Performing daunting routines is a cheerleader's job, but so is keeping a smile on their face while being thrown into the air. Learning how to perform jaw-dropping routines wouldn't be as impressive if cheerleaders looked terrified, and for that reason, they always have to have their game face on. It doesn't matter if they're going through a breakup or if they're fighting a cold or mourning a loved one. Smiling during their performances and acting like pepped-up athletes is a must. Sure, their smiles might dwindle when they're learning a new routine, but once they have it down pat, they have to rehearse their routines while keeping an upbeat attitude about them. If they neglect to do this, they'll fail to earn a spot on the competition mat.
You have to capitalize on that opportunity because it's not always open in life.
Don't let the title of Netflix's Docuseries misguide you. While Cheer might come off as a peppy series, it's anything but. Cheerleading is a precarious sport that results in injury more often than not. In fact, most cheerleaders have broken a bone or two during their professional career. If the Netflix series has taught us anything, it's that cheerleaders suffer numerous injuries while practicing their challenging routines. And Navarro coach Monica Aldama knows this better than anyone. She's been coaching the team for over 20 years, and she's seen tons of people suffer brutal injuries in a matter of seconds. You would think that football players suffer more injuries than their cheerleaders, but that isn't always the case. Cheerleaders are one mistake away from breaking their necks and backs. Monica constantly has to remind her kids to watch their knees, as a stray knee can knock someone in the face, resulting in a broken nose. If someone gets hurt, they need to come clean ASAP. Monica isn't about to let her cheerleaders push through the pain. This can turn a simple injury into a grave one, while putting the rest of the team at risk.
Yeah, go to the beginning. Okay, do it again.
You would think that keeping your record clean was an easy thing to do, but this rule has proved itself to be the most difficult one to follow. Although the cheerleaders at Navarro College spend most of their time practicing routines and studying, they're college kids through and through. Anyone who gets arrested, be it for drinking in public, stealing from a store, or cheating on a test, will get kicked off the team just like that. This includes getting into trouble with campus security. Felonies like fighting, possession, driving under the influence, and everything in between can result in an immediate expulsion. We don't want to spoil cheer for you guys, so we won't. But one cheerleader had to learn this rule the hard way.
Let's face it, we're all here to win, so if you're not giving your best, then you're gonna have a problem with Monica.
The cheerleaders at Navarro College go above and beyond to get noticed by their coach. They want to secure a spot on the competition team, but this isn't a straightforward process. Monica starts by coaching a total of 40 cheerleaders, only to pick 20 of her best members to compete at the NCA College Nationals in Daytona. They only have 2 minutes and 15 seconds of mat time to impress the judges, and choosing the right athletes is something that Monica excels at. But there's one rule her team would never forget. Your spot in the competition isn't guaranteed until you step foot on the mat. Knowing that only one half of the cheerleading squad will compete makes the sport that much more competitive, and anything from a bad hair day to a last-second injury can cost you your spot on the mat. Now that you know about all the hard work, sweat, and dedication that goes into cheerleading, how has your view of the sport changed? Have you already binge-watched the 6th episode docuseries Cheer? Tell us in the comments. 10 strict rules Netflix's Cheer Squad has to follow. Thanks for watching The Things. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. We'll catch you next time.